We getting paid, we getting paid, we getting paid, huh? Stacking that money from the trades, huh? I really do this, I really trade, bro. Hit the markets for $1 million, then I'm laying low. Like a pro, yeah, I'm trading like a pro. Like a pro, taking profit like a pro.
Time to let them know. Bank on the phone, no, I don't need a loan, cause I'm trading like a pro.
We getting paid, huh? Stacking that money from the trades, huh?
We getting paid, stacking that money, I'ma teach you how to trade like
I'ma
a
teach
pro.
you how to trade, set and forget it. Baby, go handle your business, get off the charts, why you be tripping? Maybe you would get paid if you came, sat and listen. But they be on my page, still broke and be dissing. I don't get it, I got a bank to break. You already know. I went to London, now it's time to hit up Tokyo. Or maybe fly to Mexico, that peso it be hitting. When I find a higher low, that Fibonacci got me litty. Now I'm back up in your city, yeah, teaching you the game. I lace the people up, get the bag, not the fame. Yeah, they say I chase the fortune, I just pray the double portion. Better put your time in, back test it, that's important. When they see you making money, they hate and try to extort you. Scammers be in the group, get it too, watch me poach them. Acting like they be me on IG, I don't know them. And they can't tear down my name, cause I really changed the game. Like a pro, yeah, I'm trading like a pro. Like a pro, taking profit like a pro.
Time to let them know. Bank on the phone, no, I don't need a loan, cause I'm trading like a pro.
We getting paid.
Yo, what's up? Mic check. Making sure y'all can hear me. All right, cool. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute. So shout out to my people in here. I got the chat right here, so we seeing everything as it come in live.
I didn't come for money. I am a dumb.
Turn that off. We seeing everything as it come in live. But hey, man, I miss y'all on these lives, man. I feel like it's been a minute. You feel me? But we about to get it in. Clear my throat a little bit. But I wanted to start this series, y'all, because I'm trying to get back to the root of things. You know what I mean? I don't like, hold on, what's going on here? Oh, I clicked off. My bad. Let me click back on the chat. I'm like, where y'all at? There y'all go. Okay, cool. So yeah, shout out to Africa. I'm trying to get back to the root of things, where we getting back to trading on the YouTube channel. We 2024, and we just trying to get back to it. And I don't want to, stray away from the teaching, you know what I mean? And so I need time though. You know what I mean? 8-minute clips, 8-minute whatever, you know what I mean? That's just how it has to be on YouTube. But I need time to, if you really want to learn, I need time with you. I need more than 8-minute videos. Those are good in its proper place, but I just feel like I can't forget about the people that started with me from the beginning. So we need time together. And I figure, let's do a series. Let's try this out. Let's go live on Mondays around this time here, and 30 minutes, get it in, and we out to enjoy the rest of our day. I got to go hit the gym. I got to look like something this summer. You feel me? I ain't looking like much right now, but I got to look like something. So we got to go to the gym. We got to do a lot of stuff. I know y'all do as well. So I won't take too much of y'all time, but we're going to get right to it. You feel me? Now, let me see here. And then what I want to do is I want to come back. See, here's the thing with Forex. Forex is not like a 9-to-5. Like I can just show up, whatever I anticipated is going to happen, pretty much is going to happen. It's not like a routine like that where just because I showed up to the market is going to show me something, or is going to do something in my favor. So I want to do Mondays for sure, but I want to come back on a Wednesday to show you in a live market me demonstrating what I showed you today. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to come back on a Wednesday. But the thing is, what if it was news? What if the market ain't moving? So it may be a Thursday when I drop that, when I do that showing you what we demonstrated video. Okay. So I want to do Monday and Wednesday, but Monday for sure you can lock this in that we going on Monday and we back testing. Right before we get into it, y'all, back testing to me is like Kobe Bryant in the film room studying his moves, studying his opposition, studying their characteristics. That's like our back testing. We need to do that. And you can't do it enough. I was just teaching in my class on Discord yesterday night, and I was just telling them we can't do this enough. It ain't like, oh, we did it a couple times and we're good. We got to stay sharp, and we got to stay ahead of what the market is doing too. So we can't do it enough for real. But the thing is, we got to back test with a purpose. We can't just back test hindsight and then just talk about what happened. That's what we not going to do. What we going to do is we're going to have rules that we're going to follow. We're going to back test it and make sure those rules were met. And we're going to analyze, or we're going to see if we win or lose. And what's the percentages that we're winning using these rules. That's how you back test. All right. So excuse my plain background. This don't look like my normal situation. I moved to Texas recently, so I'm here in Texas. I'm living my best life. It's beautiful. I feel like I'm in heaven is the promised land. I feel like I'm close to it. That's just me. I'm happy as ever where I'm at now. I'm not in Michigan no more. And it's just like, it's beautiful. All right. So I'm working on my little office space, and all that's under construction. So we just prop up against this in this room right here in my loft, and we gonna get it in. Just like Bill Gates and all of them got it in a basement, in a garage. So the main thing is the content. So let's get it. Yeah, Texas, man, I'm loving it, man. I'm about to go to the gym, take my son to the driving range, work on his golf. Like, you golf all week long. It's February, you feel me? So it's beautiful. All right, so let's go over to the charts. We're going to be on here for about 30 minutes. Let's see here. All right, so we on all JPY. Now, I really like trading GBP USD, and I really like trading GBP JPY. Those are my favorite. But I've added two more, and I've added all JPY, and now I haven't officially added USD JPY. Those are the currency pairs if y'all don't know. Any questions that y'all have, put it in here in the comments. Any questions that you have or anything you want me to show you, put it in there and I'll do that for you. If I'm saying something you don't understand because you're new or whatever, comment, let me know. But I'm calling out these currency pairs, all JPY. That's Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen. You got to learn those terms. So all JPY is one of my favorites. This is one of the pairs that I send signals out in my Discord. All of that's in the description below. But I send signals out with all JPY, and they be pretty good. All right. And thank you, Elaine. I appreciate you. Love you. All right. So check this out. So what we doing is we're gonna test out. Well, here's the thing. The market is just like warming up. It's just, starting to move. Now look, check this out. Go to GBP USD. Look at that. Let me clear the chart out for you. Look at this. This thing has been ranging forever. It finally dropped. But it was in this. Let me replay it for you. This is what we saw last night when we was in class. Look at this thing, been ranging forever. So I know what to do in that situation, but a lot of beginners don't. But what I want to show you is I want to prepare you for when the market is about to start moving again. And it's about to start trending again. And what I mean is, it's about to start trending again. All right. So we got to get ready for that. And I'm going to show you today, we're going to back test it, how to get ahead of that and how to time that up. And I'm gonna start it out simple, and we'll just progress as the weeks go on. So one thing you need is the MACD, and you're gonna need I would say keep the RSI on, but let's put the RSI at the bottom. But you're gonna need the MACD, and all you want to do is go to indicators and then type in MACD. You see this moving average convergence divergence. That's what MACD stands for. So type that in and then grab it. Now, what's the settings on that? It's right here. So screenshot that. 12, 26, 9, and close. All right. So that's what you're gonna need. And then here's how I got my colors and stuff like that. All right. So boom, there we go. Now we can go ahead and put the market back where it was at. All right. So you're gonna need that MACD. Now here's the thing with the MACD. Let me see. Here's the MACD right here. I'm gonna make it big for you so you can see. And let me just show you what we're looking for. I'm trying to give you the rules first before we start diving into the back testing. So if it's a sell, we want to see this blue line go underneath the orange one. If it's a sell. If it's a buy, we want the blue line to cross above the orange line. So one is the signal line, one is the MACD line. And it's going to be dependent on how you set your colors up. All right. But you can see mine. The MACD is the blue line, the signal line is the orange line. The MACD is the blue, the signal is the orange. All right. But if you just want to keep it simple, when that blue line, what happened here? Ooh, shoot, I just deleted it. Bring it back. There we go. All right, so when the MACD line cross above the signal line, we're looking for buys. Now, here's the key. What we're really interested in is when it's pushing through that histogram. That's what we're interested in. Now, I'm going to show you how to read the chart so this is not lagging. Because we all know these indicators are lagging, right? We all know that. But I'm going to show you how to make it to where it's not lagging for you. And you're going to have time to get in. So that's why this is important to watch this. So we don't want a bunch of crossovers back and forth. So let me show you something what we don't want. Let's see here. It's that 4-hour chart. Okay. So they're back and you see they're crossing back and forth right here. Right up in here, there's just a lot of crossing back and forth. That means the market is consolidating. That means the market look like GBP USD on a 4-hour chart. It's back and forth, back and forth. No real movement. No real movement, no real movement. And finally, you got a big drop. See that? Finally, you got that big drop, and it goes with the MACD. But it's late. But we're gonna work that out today. And then you see it crossing back over, breaking through the histogram again. That means it was a big pullback. As it was crossing over, breaking through the histogram. Deep pullback. So it's important to understand what the MACD is doing and how it's working all by itself. Now we put price to it. Any questions on that? Any questions on that before we dive into the next? All right. So let's go ahead and take this off. And let's bring back the charts. Now, remember what I said. When it breaks through the histogram, that's what we're really interested in. Now, the reason why we got the RSI up, that's this green line right here. The reason why we got that up is because we want to be able to check out divergence just in case. Divergence. And I can't assume that everybody on here understand divergence, but that's basically saying, let me see if I can find one. So like this, you see how this is going down Well, that's actually going down too. No, that's actually going down too, so that's not one. Where's some divergence at? But it's going to be a time where we're going to need that. Where's some divergence at? I'm trying to find some divergence on the fly, and I ain't seeing it. Boom, found it. Look at this. See that? You see how the market is going down right here? And then you see how the RSI is going up. So I know some of y'all know that, but a lot of people on here don't know that. So that's why we're going to potentially need the RSI to help us spot that divergence. All right, and that's called bullish divergence. All right, so now check this out. Let's go back to all JPY. Now this the basics. Now the thing that I haven't told you yet, what you're going to need is the trend line. We're going to start it off real simple, and we can get deep as we go. But look at the trend. Let's just go through a few of them without replaying the market, and then let's replay the market as we end it out. But look at how this works though. Isn't this a proper trend line situation? This is a proper trend line situation right here. It's proper because you got this point and you got this point. And this shot up and made a higher high. And then the market ended up testing the same trend line, but it didn't really make a higher high here. I don't really care about that. That's usually when divergence want to start popping up, to be honest with you. But here we go. Now check this out. How do we time this and get this right? I'm trying to tell you. When that MACD crossover, that's step one. So look at this. It already crossed over up here. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get in too early. It's a buyer's market. Matter of fact, where's the SMA at? Put up the SMA on the chart. You see this? I don't want to really buy. I don't want to really buy in this market when the MACD crossover at the top. Or I'm sorry, I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell right now because the lines are above the histogram. You see that when these lines are above the histogram, basically it's a buyer's market. You don't want to be selling because you might get faked out. You just might get faked out. So what I want to do is I want to wait for it to break through the histogram. But the line, let me take these circles off. And I don't want to just show you all the good ones. Hopefully I can find some bad ones for you as well. So you can see when it doesn't work and how do you handle the situation. All right. Good. Oh, let me put that back. Right here. All right. So the MACD line crossing is pretty much like a step one. Like that's like, okay, all right, get ready type of situation. But it's still too early. Because if you want to sell up here, now this is where it gets a little bit more advanced at, and I'm not really covering that today. But the only way I would sell up here is if I was focused on the supply zone that was right here. We're not really covering that right now, but we will. That's the only way I would sell from up there. But based on these rules with the trend line and all of that stuff, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what we focusing on. So you see how when it breaks this MACD line right here, that's what we looking for. Combined with a proper trend line. That's going to be it right there for you. That's going to be it. So you got to put the trend line at the right spot and then catch the MACD crossing through the histogram. And we're going to keep track of what this 50 moving average is doing. The 50 moving average is called SMAs, and I got it as 50. And I got it at green and red. You can rewind that and screenshot it if you need it. So this is a 4-hour chart. I really want to do this on a 1 hour, but do you see how? All right, so that's a quick 27 pips. All right. So, are you using indicators or pure price action? It's going to be both, because I'm showing people how to use this MACD. But I'm also showing you how to read the market structure. It's going to be all together. Because now, see, for an example, if you're a pro trader, then you're good to go. But a lot of people still struggling. You understand? A lot of people are still. So what I'm trying to show you is, let's say you got this market figured out. Let's say you got your trade setup figured out, is what I mean. You got your trade setup figured out. And now you're trying to see, when is it a good time to enter? I'm just showing you a method. There's going to be more methods that may connect with certain people as we continue on through the weeks, through the episodes. But this one, we're focusing on this trend line and this MACD, because this is something that I know can start making you money tomorrow if you just understand this backtesting session today. So put that trend line up, and the market is about to start trending. Don't forget, I told you that in the beginning. The market is about to start trending. So what do you need? A trend line. Okay, so how do you time the trend line break? Use that MACD breaking through the histogram. So it's all going to come together. Now, do you understand price action? Do you understand price action? Do y'all know what that is? That's the action of price moving around these certain areas. These doji candles, these wicks, these engulfing candlesticks, price action. Like, what is it doing? And I look at it as price action as, what is it doing at a certain point? Like, I don't care if it's in like an in-between area, but when it finally get to a trend line, what is price action doing? What is these candles doing? When it finally gets to a, golden zone. When the price finally gets to the golden zone, like for an example, look at this live market. This is a live market right here. I'm gonna pull out this Fibonacci from the low to the high point. Go from the low to the high. Look at this. What is price doing when it gets to these golden zones? All right. So that's how I look at price action. Then you got the market structure. You got the change of character. You got the break of structure. All right. We really not diving into none of that today. But we got all of that on up here. But so that's how I'm gonna look. So I do want you to, and we gotta go over this some more. But I do want to show you how to read the price action around this. But just be patient. Hey, that's a good question. Let's take a break and read the comments. I don't want to get too far ahead. That's a good question. Price will continue to go up in the new direction. Prices, okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I don't care what it do. I'm a follow it. I'm gonna follow the money. I don't care what it does. I don't care if it goes up or goes down. I do not care. That's one thing you're gonna learn about me as we continue to do these episodes. I can care less which way it goes. Go up as high as you want to go. Just pull back for me so I can get in and make some money with y'all. Go down as far as you want to go down. But one thing I know for sure is going to come back to one of these levels that I got drew up. One thing for sure, I know that Fibonacci going to come into play. One thing for sure, I know that trend line going to come into play. And when that trend line does come into play, whenever it does, I'm gonna be there to take advantage of it. All right, Danny. So that's how, no bias here. No bias here. You're gonna learn that. Okay. Also, what's your reasoning to patterns? We see patterns everywhere. They can be indicators to everything in life, but fundamentally it's important to see through the chaos and look at the book's thoughts. What do you mean by the book's thoughts? The books that tell you how to trade, you know, these books that try to tell you how to trade head and shoulder patterns and all of that stuff. All of that stuff is good to a certain T. They don't tell you the tricks to it. They don't tell you when it ain't working right, what do you do? They just show you, hey, this is head and shoulders. Take it at the neckline. Take the buy. I know it's something a little bit deeper than that. But the books are good to give you a starting point. The books are good, but you're going to need somebody like me to show you the tricks to the trade. When that stuff don't work, what do you do? When it breaks down, and they all break down, what do you do? You're going to need somebody in the field doing this stuff every day to show you how to handle those situations. So, yeah, I answer that though. I answer that. So let's get back to this because I answer what you're saying. What is my take on the patterns? I answer that in a second. But let's get back to this because I don't want to get too far lost. So like I said, that was where was we at? That was like 20. Let me see. RJPY to that other trend. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. We're looking for when price is breaking that histogram as it's breaking the trend line. So now, not all of them are going to be home run hitters. That's the thing. Not all of them going to be home run hitters. Not all of them is going to be a 5-to-1. Not all of them is going to be 100 pips because it's going to be dependent on the time of the day. It's going to be dependent on, are you catching this at 5 o'clock? Well, you know, at 5 o'clock Eastern time, the market is going to slow down. So what? What if it pulls back? What if news pulls it back while you're in it? You could have took profit knowing that it was going to slow down. You could have took profit if it drops and then here come 5 o'clock, market going to slow down. Guess what? The spreads get bigger. What if it comes all the way back to your entry, a little bit in drawdown? That was like pointless. Like you wasted all those hours. You could have took profit knowing that was a potential. It was potentially going to happen. And then you can reassess. So team, I want you to understand, like, let me talk to you for a second. I want you to understand that I hear a lot of things about if you set it, it gotta stay like that all the way through your trade. Like if you set your stop loss, if you set your take profit somewhere in the beginning, I'm gonna keep it there. I'm not gonna touch it. I don't agree with that concept. What my mind is, there's also a thing where I can cut my losses short and reassess the situation. But that's only if you got the experience and the knowledge to see what's going on. So sometimes, but that's only if you're also in tune with the currency pair trading. Like if you trade the same currency pairs over and over and over, pretty much at the same times, you tend to pick up on when it's not working out. Also, I track how long my trades take. When I finally execute my trade, I track how long does it take for me to be in profit and close it out. And the average number is 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So I know if I'm going into 45 minutes to an hour and I'm just, catching 20 something pips, like this is probably going to be a loser. All right. Now there's some times where I may see it and I may have got a bad entry and I see that it was higher up. So I may take another entry to hedge, but that's not often. That's not often. So I believe in cutting my losses short and just reassess the situation. Maybe I got in a little too early. When it comes down to this trend line, maybe you got in a little bit too early. So then close it out and just reassess, maybe wait for another pullback. It's nothing wrong with that. So let's bring up here, because I know you can't see my mouse. So let me, now right here, do you see how we waited? We waited. Let me see, which one are we going with? Which one did we go with? I'm on a 1 hour chart. Which one are we going with? They're both working out. All right, I'm gonna do both of them. So check this out. This is what I'm looking at right up in here. Right here. I'm gonna put this line so you can see where I'm focusing in at. Do you see how it's breaking through the histogram? Can you check that out? And then you see how it's breaking through the trend line? So it's breaking through the histogram first. That's like impressive to find it where, okay, this is breaking through the histogram first. Now I'm waiting for it to break my trend line. I'm in there. How many pips would that have been on this one? 24 pips. 24 pips is pretty good when you day trading and scalping. That's pretty good. All right, so let's start out like that. Let me see in the comment. This is the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart. Post in the comments what is the average pip count that you're looking for day to day? How many pips are you looking for? Put that in the chat if you can, because we're gonna see if this is working for you with your goals. I'm gonna enter the, let me replay this. I don't want to go too long. Look, I'm gonna enter in, if it's the hour, I'm gonna go down to the 30, and I want to ultimately be entering in on a 15-minute chart. If you're finding a trade set up on the hour chart, you should be entering in on a 15, but don't neglect the 30. Don't neglect the 30-minute. Because that may show you something that may pause you up. That may be like, oh, hold on. It may not be time yet to enter on a 15. But really, if you finding your trade set up on an hour, enter on a 15. But just don't skip over the 30 as you jump down to the 15. It may be some price action stuff that sticks out to you. They'd be like, oh, I didn't see that. If you just would have jumped to the 15. All right, so 30 to 50. 30 to 50, that's one person. Let's go back to the hour chart. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what else we got here. I want to show some buys and some sells. And then I want this video to be digestible to where you can watch this. Make sure you got everything lined up and you can back test this yourself. All right, so we got a trend line here. So first thing, step one again, step one. The market has to be trending. If it's consolidating, this will not work. All right, so let's test this one out. Let's see what kind of action do we get on this trend line. This one doesn't break the histogram. So this one doesn't work. This one is just a crossover. So this is what I was seeing a lot. When price is way above the 50, listen to me on this, team. When price is way above the 50, this is the 50 moving average. When it's above it, and there's a trend line to be placed up there versus, like, you see the difference? Like, there's a trend line here. See how there's a trend line there? This one is more inclined to break the histogram because it's closer to the 50. This one is just the MACD line crossing below the signal line because it's far away from the 50. You get what I'm saying? That's what I've learned when I was backtesting this. So I'm not saying that these are bad. I'm not saying that these ones are bad at all. It's just that you need to be on defense because at any moment, this thing can turn around. Like, we see it dropping, but you had no clue that that was about to drop. Like right here. Like this thing can like break the trend line, fake you, go about 15 pips and turn right and hit that 50 moving average and turn right back around. Break the trend line, go down a few pips and then shoot right back up. That's what can happen. So anytime that you see a trend line that you can place, but price is above the 50 moving average, you want to be on defense. You see what I'm saying? Be on defense. Like, don't go for the home run on that one. Don't go for your maximum pip count. Or if you don't know how to time this up, just don't even trade it at all. Like, don't even trade it. But if you're a little bit experienced with it and you understand the concept of play defense with this, then yeah, you can take it. But you need to just wait for the MACD to be below the MACD be below the signal line. You see it below it? The blue line crossing below the orange line. Then you want to go down to the 15 minute. Don't skip the 30. Grab your pips and get up out of there. Once y'all understand this concept and see it, we're going to go deeper into the same thing. Like I'm not going to show you this and then don't ever talk about this again. I want to show you this today as an introductory. I want to show you like me using this in a live market. And I want to show you how to perfect your entries around it. Once we complete that, then we go on to another one. Then we go on to mastering some other stuff. So do you see how it really didn't go down that far? That's why you need to be playing defense. But it still was a good day. 21 pips. So if you know what I mean, it still was a good day because you waited for the right rules. You had the trend line. Let's go back to the hour chart. You see how it's on that 50? I would take profit when it got to the 50. Stop losses is going to be up here above these right here. We don't want it too far. Like we don't need it to be all the way up there. The stop loss being around this area is good enough. But I'm looking at like price is going to hesitate when it get to that 50. So as price is breaking my trend line, it already crossed below. The blue line already crossed below the orange line on that histogram. I mean on the MACD. It hasn't broke through the histogram. So that's why you know what I mean? Like I'm being defensive. Now, this is what I'm saying. Okay. Now I'm going to reassess. I'm going to take profit and I'm going to reassess. I'm going to wait a little bit more patient. I'm going to wait for another situation where I can do it again. So now you got, now here's the thing. What's the wiggly line candle called? What is the wiggly line? Wiggly line candle. What is the wiggly line? Oh, what is the wiggly line called again? The blue one is the MACD line. The orange one is the signal line. Hey, morning. Take care. Oh, the wiggly line is the RSI. This is the RSI. Morning want me to go into some advanced stuff, but I'm not here for him to do that. I'm not here to do that today. So I'll catch up with you when I get to that episode. But today is not that episode. All right. So yeah, that's the wiggly line is the RSI, and that's mainly for divergence. So check this out. And check this out. So look at this. Do you see how the market is going higher high right here? How it's going up? But do you see how this squiggly line, as he call it, the wiggly line, the RSI line, do you see how this is going down? That's divergence. So that's why I said add the RSI line to it. So you can see, like, you can get a heads up, okay, the market is slowing down with the buys. Don't take a sell yet. Don't take a sell yet, but the market is slowing down. Now we put the trend line there, and now we got something to go off of. Okay, market was having divergence right here. Now it's breaking my trend line. And the MACD, the blue line was underneath the orange. Cool. But I still got to play defense on it because it's running into the 50 moving average. So I'm going to take about 20 pips of that, 15, 20, call it a day, and then wait for price to break the 50. And y'all already know my 50 moving average video. So wait for market to break the 50 moving average, and then I can get in again for another sale. That's how we'll do that. All right, the red and green one is the 50 moving average. Type in simple moving averages, and then it should be make it to 50, and then change it to red and green. That one is called simple moving averages by Stocks Inbox. All right. So that's what I want to cover today, and that's what I want y'all to focus on. So basically, you're waiting for the market to trend and mark up these trend lines. Mark up these trend lines like that. They work. Don't let nobody tell you they don't work. They work, and they're right in front of you. They work. I don't trade like this every day because there's not one to place every day. But I trade these all 2023 and we winning. And they're still working. Trend lines, Fibonacci. Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you this. As long as the market is moving in a diagonal direction, the trend line works. The thing is, people don't know when to take profit. So when you're going for 50 pips every time a trend line break and it only go 20, it don't work for you. So if that's all you want is 50 pips to 100 pips every single time, then you find something else. Trade supply and demand only. And then just wait for those to pop up, twice a week. Because it's going to take time for it to get to those major supply and demand zone levels, unless you find it like little pockets. But if you find in little pockets, those are not going to be 50 to 100 pips either. But as long as the market is going in a diagonal way, up or down, you can use trend lines. Now you just need to use what I'm showing you today to help gauge, are you on offense or defense when it comes to how much profit you're going for. Now, when you trade like that, now you have an edge. Now the market, it's going to be, now you like 80% now. Well, it still ain't going to be 80% because you got to know some more stuff. You got to know some more stuff, and I'm here to teach you. But you're going to be on your way. But this is just the first part. So price is breaking the trend line here. All right, but we right there at the 50. All right, we right there at the 50. So keep this in mind. Look at this. I'm gonna mark up this 50 moving average right here on the hour. We're not just back testing random stuff that already played out. We're back testing with rules. That's how you should do it. All right. Let's go down to the 30. And let's go down to the 15. All of those are already above the 50. It's not like you're waiting for price to break the 50 moving average on the 15. It hasn't even broke it on the hour yet. But it already broke it on the 15. You get what I'm saying? If price haven't broken the 50 on the 15, this is completely not ready yet. But it's already broken and retested the 50 moving average on the 15-minute chart. Did y'all catch that part? This white line that's on my chart, this white one right here, that's the 1 hour 50 moving average. If you go back, you're like, well, when do I go in? I'm trying to show you all these scenarios. If you have questions, comment and let me know later. Even on this video, you can let me know later. Hey, this part of the video, you said this, and that, and I can clear it up for you. All right. So I'm trying to show you this scenario now. But it's already above the 50 on a 15-minute. That's the entry time frame. But it's already above the 50 on the 30-minute time frame. That's why you never skip the 30. So we got 2 time frames ready to go. We taking that. We taking that, baby. Now look, are y'all understanding what I'm saying so far? The ones that's taken to this strategy, you understanding with the concept? Because now look at this. Now you can put the RSI in. The RSI coming in. All right, we got the market is trending lower. This I thought for a second this was trending like flatlined. Because some of this stuff be hidden divergence. But it is kind of trending lower though. But it's not trending lower a lot, this RSI down here. Because I'll tell you, sometimes if it's flatlined, that's hidden divergence. That would be hidden. But it's kind of going down. I mean, it's kind of in between hidden and just going with the market. But I thought I'd point that out. All right, so now let's look at the hour chart. Let's see, does this come back? Now, if you miss the breakout, what should you do? If you miss the breakout on this, well, I know right up in here is where I want it to come back to. So let's just see, does that happen? Nope, never came back. Nope, that never came back. All right, so let's keep that up on the chart. So answer me this, Jason Barker. Yes, these indicators are free. I want to use all free indicators during this series. Stuff that you can use, and you can use it tomorrow if you actually back test this and practice it. When the market, this would be my last one. Well, I got to show some, actually I did some buys and some sales. Let me do some sales next. So look at this. If the market broke through, right? But it didn't retest an area that we wanted. So what would y'all do? Would y'all just jump in? Because the higher the market is going and you jump in, your stop loss is getting bigger and bigger. You can't think profit all the time. You got to think stop loss too. So what would y'all just jump in? It's leaving you. You going to chase it? We passed that in 2024. We're not chasing nothing. We're not chasing nothing. So if the market don't come back to a decent entry that we're looking for, then we just got to find another level. That's all it is. And you just got to keep waiting. All right. So price didn't retest this level. Go to this one. And that's the one where you got the little retest on. It didn't quite go down there either. But this is the area where it retested. So you would have just marked up a zone like I normally do. So anywhere up inside of here is the next level where you would get in at. Now we're getting beyond what I want to do today. You know what I mean? I want to keep it, because everybody got their own way to trade on here. All right, not all y'all is a part of my mentorship. So everybody got their own little quirks and different tactics. So I don't want to dive into that too much. I want to show you something that you can add to what your routine is. That's what the goal is. All right. So now, what would you do? Put a trend line here? I wouldn't. Like, I don't like to put my trend lines this steep. Like I say, again, if you putting your trend line up that high away from the 50 moving average, then all it basically is going to be a crossover at the top. And again, you're back on defense. So I don't want y'all to just trade defense the whole time. I want y'all to be on offense. So y'all get the difference between, you can still win the trade, but you just always on defense doing that. So the number one way where you can be on offense is when price is pushing below the 50. Pushing below the 50 and then breaking above it. So it's pushing, like what I just showed you. This is an offensive situation. That trend line is an offensive situation. This is a defensive situation. This is definitely defense. Because it's in an uptrend, so you never know when it's just going to turn back around on you. It's above the 50. So if you're trying to catch a sale here, you got to play defense, because you never know where this thing is about to turn around on you. Hopefully, that's probably one of the major things that I could tell you today and show you that. Because I don't want to just show you some rules and you follow it. I want to show you the mindset behind it, the psychology behind all of this. Because that's the only way it's going to really work for you, if you understand the whole scope of it, not just the rules behind it. So, catch the retest at the last high it broke. Catch the retest at the last high it broke. So I know exactly what you saying. You saying catch the retest right here. That's what you saying. Catch the retest on the buy at the last high it broke. That's stop loss. That's stop loss. So, but that's a good thought though. And at the end of the day, it all depends on how many pips you was going for, because you probably could have pulled that off, to be honest with you. You probably could have pulled that off. But here's the thing. I'm going to end with this, because I already showed y'all the rules. If you got any more questions, comment below. I'm going to be watching my phone. I'm going to be watching the chat for people that's actually serious about learning this and getting the rules down and understanding the little intricacies to it. I'm gonna be here on my phone, you know what I mean, throughout my day. I get your text messages, or I get your comments. But the last thing I'm gonna tell you is this. Replay this. So my man said, at the last high it broke, wait for a retest. And I like the idea in theory. Really, I do. But the thing is, if you can take away from one of the things that I told you today, is know when to be on defense and know when to be on offense. The second thing is, don't have a bias. See, you, based on your comment, catch the retest at the last high it broke. That's automatically put me in a buy mindset. But I'm like, no. Let's take it. Let's get an edge over it. Let's let it come back to that area because we know that area is money. See, you had it right. DJ Bella baby, you had it right. You knew that that was the area where the money was going to be made, but you came in with a buy mindset. And I'm coming in with I don't care which way you go. I know that this is the area where the money is going to be made. If you break it, I'm going to sell it. If you hold it, I'm going to buy it. That's the difference. And I always got that mindset every time I trade. When I don't got that mindset, I'm not perfect. So when I do mess up and I don't got that mindset, sometimes I lose. That's where I lose a lot. I would lose more if you was to look at my losing trades. It would be because I had a bias. That's what it would be on. Because when I don't got a bias and I actually just clear my mind and trade what I see, I tend to win. That's a good question, AJ. How do you stay away from the bias? That's a good question. How do you stay away from the bias? You got to do what DJ Bella Baby said. You got to find those areas where the money is going to be made. That's the number one thing. Find those areas where the money is. If you don't know that, if you look at the charts and you don't know where the money is, you can't even, you're going to have a bias, period. So find those supply and demand areas. Find those structured levels. They're right in front of you. When price get there, you need to learn how to set it up in such a way that basically, if it does this, it's going to buy. If it does this, it's going to sell. And that's how you stay away from the bias. But you gotta know those areas. So, all right, cool. That's it for today. I don't want to be making these too long. We at 1 o'clock. Some of y'all is 2 o'clock. We got other things to do. I don't want to take up all your time, but I did want to get this out. The next video I drop, I will be showing you in a live market how this stuff works. All right. So, hey, if y'all enjoyed this or got something from this, please like this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please just consider subscribing so you don't miss the next one. And you already know. Let's make this money, baby. Peace.